Today my dead friend left something for me. Posted by Sari Duri. I'm a bit shocked. I had a very good friend who crafted small jewelry, and I have a few pieces from her. I got a pair of earrings more than 8 years ago and lost one of it after wearing them just a couple of times. I always told her she had to craft a replacement, but unfortunately, she got very sick and died of cancer very quickly. She never had the chance to craft anything else. I kept the single earring in a little box with some other small random memories and trinkets. I am now moving to my own place and checking the memories in this little box. Both earrings are there, and I can't explain when or how or why. Probably in another universe, my own me lost the unique earring she had. Did it even happen? Posted by Sand3050. This happened this morning. I'm still trying to logically piece together what happened. I went to the gym this morning, masks 6 feet apart, 10 people max, and went into the small squat room with a max capacity of 3 people. As I walk in, there's a lady finishing her workout and says to me, "I wiped down this one. It's good to go if you want to use it." I accepted and thanked her. I watched her walk out of the room through the mirror. I quickly noticed that she left her water bottle behind by the squat machine I was now using, about 1 foot to my left, along with her hoodie about 4 feet behind me lying on the floor. I then anticipated her to walk right back into the room to retrieve her belongings. I didn't start my workout as I was still stretching and procrastinating, starting while anticipating her backtrack. I was able to see the only door in the room from many angles as the room has mirrors on the walls. In a somewhat subconscious thought process, I look at her water bottle and admire the stickers she has on it. I thought about gathering it up for her and putting it by her hoodie. That way she could maintain the 6-foot distance, but decided it was probably better if I didn't touch a stranger's belongings. I went back to stretching with an ever so slight anxiety, subconsciously and consciously awaiting her arrival while keeping the door in my peripheral vision. I decided to take one last look at the water bottle before I started my workout, and it was not there. I quickly snapped behind me to look at the hoodie, and it was also gone. I was shocked, got lightheaded from the confusion, and looked outside the room with no one there. I quickly tried to rationalize what had just happened, thinking maybe I just didn't see her. But I would have seen her through the mirror, heard her or seen her grab the water bottle as it was right next to me. I'm still kind of spooked. I saw my death and I missed it. Posted by Lou Lammy. So yesterday I went out with my sister, and on our way back, we stopped at a strip mall when my sister, who was driving that day, went to get some food we ordered for pickup from a restaurant before going back home. At that time, I was very tired and sleepy and very grumpy, and I pulled my mask up to my eyes and reclined the car seat in a very desperate attempt at sleeping. I just started relaxing when I had that very strange feeling I cannot explain. It wasn't a thought, it was a feeling. It was very calming and very assured kind of feeling that I was going to die today, and I just smiled. I literally just grinned, and I suddenly caught myself with that smile and said, "What the fuck is this?" and tried to shake it off. A few minutes later, my sister walked back to the car and we were driving back home. She asked me to check my phone for directions as we were going into the highway, and I looked at my phone and I saw the exit she was asking me about. And I just said, "I don't think so. We should go that way," and we did miss the exit to the highway. And we realized it a couple feet after that. She said, "Oh, don't worry, we can just turn around and go back." And at that moment, when she was trying to take a turn into a parking lot to do a U-turn, a car came out of nowhere, literally, and crashed into our car. We're fine. The car and the tire absorbed the shock. Seatbelts were on, so we didn't get hurt. And I think that we were supposed to die that day if we hadn't missed the exit. I think we were supposed to get into a horrific accident on the highway. I cannot explain why I had that feeling and why I said, "No, this is not the exit," although we both knew that it was the exit. And she lived here for almost all of her adult life, and we just missed it anyways. I can't explain if this was just intuition, or if this was a coincidence, or if this was a warning from something or someone I don't know. I just can't explain it, guys. Please, someone give me a logical explanation of this. I am going mad. Posted by straight-sector 1326. First of all, I need to say I do not use drugs or alcohol. Today, I had such a strange experience that I need someone to help me understand this event. I have deja vus often. Not daily, but often I have feelings of been there, done that, said this, gone bad, changed the event. Always ignored that and didn't care much about it as everyone had similar experiences. But today got me shaking in panic. I was sitting in a room listening to some live radio show I checked after and working on something on my computer. My friend was next to me. So deja vu started and lasted for a few seconds. And in one moment, I focused on the radio talk show and said the next full sentence, then the radio repeated it. The only difference, I said the guy's name different than the radio. My friend also stopped for a moment. He realized what happened. I went out to take a walk and couldn't believe what just happened. I was in deja vu, and for fuck's sakes, I really did relive that moment. I knew exactly what that woman on the radio will tell, only in my mind, she ended this sentence with a different name. I can't really tell you how this disturbed me. I'm trying to find a logical explanation, and to be honest, I am doubting the whole reality right now and asking myself, am I okay? What the hell just happened? What story perfectly explainable on your side ended up being a glitch in the matrix for someone else and have them freaking out? Posted by Ninja Dickhead. Well, that story did not happen to me, but friends of my parents. But I definitely enjoyed it when I was told it by friends of my parents. Involuntary culprit or witness? My parents' friends, unsuspecting victims. Their neighbors. My parents' friends were living in a decent house in a compound and had a golden retriever. One day, that dog came back with another, much smaller dog in its mouth, very dirty and very dead. Looking at it closely, it seemed messed up, but mostly it was the neighbor's small dog. They could not believe their dog could kill another smaller animal. It could happen, right? Anyways, they freaked out. Their neighbors would find out and fight over it. So they made the stupidest decision. They washed and shampooed the small dog as its corpse until it was immaculate, and during the night simply tossed it back in the neighbor's garden to cover it up as a natural death. Not so long after they met their obviously very sad neighbors and inquired what was wrong, probably to pry on how much they might suspect, I guess, turned out the small dog had died a couple of days before, and they had buried it in their garden. And somehow they found it back in the yard. They obviously freaked out and could never make any sense of it. Seeing the tomb hole in their garden was dug out, they actually thought maybe they buried their dog alive, but it somehow dug its way out, still dying afterwards. They never got to know the truth. My parents' friends would never tell them out of shame. A very creepy glitch happened to me yesterday. Posted by Cirxon1. I've never posted in here and never thought a glitch would happen to me, but I think this would be relevant. I'm currently in college after many years of being out of school, and I'm at the end of my first semester taking chemistry. I had been studying non-stop because I had a pretty big exam this week, and I've been in several study groups, going through notes and taking practice exams. I took my exam and did okay. But afterwards, I was going over some of the questions with my buddy, who I always study with, and we both felt that we got a certain question wrong, so we were commiserating about that for a while. I go to sleep that night, and all night I'm hearing strange noises outside, and actually hear a thud against the house right by my head, loud enough to get me to go outside and check what's going on. But I see nothing, so I go back to bed. I've been hearing strange noises throughout the house, and very odd things have been happening, but I've been trying to ignore it for the most part. So I wake up and do some homework, and the day goes by, and a little later on I decide to go on a walk with a family member. We walk around the neighborhood and get back to the house, and just as we're rounding the corner, I see a note card right on the edge of our yard, sitting partially on the street. I bend down to pick it up, out of curiosity, and can't believe my eyes. It's an index card with a chemistry note written on it. Not in my handwriting, and I don't use this type of note card for school notes. It has the answer to the question I couldn't remember while I was taking my exam.